Hi guys, so this is the look I came up with today. I wanted to do a sugar skull but with some colors, something different. I honestly haven't done a sugar skull in a long time and it is hot af, so I'm like sweating a little bit there. But it doesn't even matter. Um yeah, this is what I came up with. I just wanted to do a real quick intro. I went ahead and I threw a little foil gold flower just to give it like a touch of like gold, something that's gonna make it like stand out. Obviously with my hair being blonde it doesn't stand out that much, but this is all I had like at the moment and I just wanted to pop something on. So yeah, with no further ado, let's just jump right in, and if you want to see how I created this look, stay tuned. Hey chulas, so I'm gonna start off by laying my brows flat. We're gonna go ahead and use this glue stick and we're just gonna saturate the eyebrows in it. I'm gonna use a spoolie and brush the hair up, and then once I have basically like my desired flatness, I'm gonna go ahead and use the glue stick again and then just apply pressure with it, and they're just gonna lay out real nice. I feel like that's like the last perfect touch. So as you can see here, I'm going to continue to do this process. I'm going to do this about 2 or 3 times. See, when you do this here with the spoolie, it stretches your brows up, nice and flat. But then when you go over it with the glue, right when you're done with this, it's just so much better. The effect is way better. That's what I. Now jumping in with my air spun powder, I'm gonna go ahead and use my powder puff, press the powder on, and I'm gonna be using a press and roll motion, just to saturate the eyebrow completely with the powder. This is gonna seal it, and yeah, it's basically gonna lay it all down. You overdo it, it's okay, because regardless, I'm going to go ahead and get a little brush and just dust it off. Using this white eyeliner, I'm going to go ahead and start carving out where I'm going to be putting the black, which are going to be the eyes. And I'm using the white because if you mess up, it's just easier to clean up, It's easier to work with. Now using this CC Beauty palette that a friend got for me on Amazon, I'm going to jump in using this black shade here with the paintbrush. By the way, I'm using paintbrushes throughout the whole video when it comes to painting the face. And I'm just going to outline right within the white lines. So that way if I mess up a little bit, it's going to not make like a big old mess and I still have room to work with. So I'm just going to go ahead and outline it completely. And when I start filling it in, I'm going to use a brush that's a little bit thicker just because this one was not working for me. Now outlining my other eye, I'm just going to go ahead and do the same thing I did to the other eye. Within the lines, I'm just going to outline it. And then I'm going to go ahead and get this bigger brush and start to fill it in. But not all the way. I'm going to leave the lid and under the lid without the black, because that's where I'm going to put the blue. As you can see right here, I'm just tapping in the shade on the brow just so it could get nice and saturated within like all the little crevices. So I went ahead and did the same thing to the other eye. Now I'm going to jump into this CC Beauty palette and use the blue shade. I'm going to go ahead and put this all up in my lid. And I'm going to blend it upwards onto the upper part of my lid into the black. And I'm basically just trying to achieve a gradient effect. Essentially, that's what I'm trying to do throughout the whole video as I'm blending in all the shades, especially in the eyes. So the same thing I'm doing to this eye, I'm going to go ahead and do to the other as well. I'm going to try to focus the shade just on the lid and under. Carefully blending everything into the black. Take your time. So I'm going to go ahead and go in with this blue eyeliner from NYX. It's a hydro color ones. And I'm just going to go ahead and fill in my waterline in blue. If I forget the name of a shade, I'm so sorry, but I will link everything down in the description below. So don't trip. I got you, girl. Now I'm going to go ahead and jump into my Makeup Revolution palette. I believe this is an Integrity palette. I'm going to jump into that blue shade and I'm going to apply that all up on my lid and under just to kind of set that area. You already know the deal. What I do to one eye, I'm going to go ahead and do to the other. So I'm going to focus first on the top and then, you know, just go right under. I just keep dumping, just dipping into the same palette, you know, just achieving the intensity I want. Now I'm going to go ahead and jump into my crime scene palette for Makeup of Murder using the black shade. This is a volume 1. And I'm going to set all the black area. I'm just tapping in that shade. You can use a bigger brush if you want to work faster, but I'm just trying to be really careful and take my time and be precise, so that's why I'm using a smaller brush. So as you can see here, take your time. I want to go ahead and leave the whole process here on the video just so you could kind of see how I just take my time placing the product on the black areas. You just want to take your time and be careful, that way it's not a big old mess. I'm going to go ahead and jump in with this e.l.f. glitter now, just to give it a nice little, you know, touch, a little bounce back. This is my first time trying this one out, and you can't tell that much on camera, but it does give it a nice little pop. So I'm just going to apply that on my lid on both of my eyes, and keep it simple. I'm just going to leave it like that. I'm not really going to do much after this. I'm going to go ahead and jump in with my e.l.f. Putty Primer, and I'm going to apply that basically all up on my T-zone. Now I'm going to use my Fenty foundation and this palette in the white shade. This Fenty foundation is in the shade 180. Using this paintbrush, I'm carefully going to carve out around the eyes first, and then all the excess makeup that's going to be on the brush, you know, I'm basically just going to put it on my face, but I'm going to blend the rest out with a different brush. But for the eyes, you do want to use the paintbrush. As you can see, it's just a much more clean and precise job, I guess you can say, versus using like the foundation brush. I just feel like this is just way more stiff, more clean. You know, I'm jumping in with another brush, which is a foundation brush. Actually, this is more of a contouring brush, but to press in the foundation and paint, I like to use it for this, like basically what I'm doing now. Damn, I can't talk today. And after that, I'm going to go ahead and get my beauty blender, spray it with the Tarte setting spray, and just pounce that bitch. Making sure you're setting everything. I'm going to set with my airspun powder and the powder puff. Just going to tap it all in, as you can see there. I'm not going to bake, just going to press the powder in, and then I'm just going to brush off any excess powder. Just like that. Set the face. Now it's time for the sequins. Using this little glue, you know, like the little glues you get with your lashes, that's what I'm using here. I'm just going to apply little by little, a few areas at a time. So I'm going to start off here, just put a few dots, you know, just smear it there, and then start applying the sequins. I'm just going to go ahead and go all around. As you can see here, I'm placing the sequins, half of it on the black area and the other half right on the blank canvas. If that makes any sense, you can see right where I'm placing the sequins. So I'm just going to continue to do this process, and I'm going to do this to both of my eyes. So let's chisel these cheeks. I'm going to go ahead and get my Miss Pink USA eyeliner pen, and I'm going to draw a line kind of from like the center of my ear all the way down, just like right under my cheekbone, and then I'm just gonna flick it straight down, just like that. I'm gonna do the same thing to the other side, and I'm just gonna blend. If you mess up a little bit, it's okay, because you're gonna be going back and forth, darkening up that area, blending out, blending downwards, blending sideways. In the beginning, this is what I'm doing. I'm just blending sideways and then down. Little by little, you'll start to see a gradient effect. It will look a little messy at first, but like I said, there's a few more steps to do. I'm going to do the same thing to the other side. Blending sideways and then downwards. And just be careful not to blend too low. Just like so. Now I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to get my palette, the black shade again, and just deepen up that area. Right where I put the line, I'm going to go ahead and do it again on both sides, just to really create some nice depth. I'm not going lower, I'm literally just going right over the eyeliner. I'm going to do the same thing here. Now I'm just blending sideways and then downwards. Just take your time until you achieve what you want. I wanted it to be really intense, so I just keep going back and forth, and then just blending it out and downwards. Now I'm going to go ahead and jump back into my crime scene evidence palette, trace evidence palette, the volume 1, and use this black shade. Now I'm going to apply this on the darkest areas like I did with the paint and the eyeliner. And as you can see, I'm literally just blending sideways and now downwards. I'm going to just continue to tap in that black shade, blending and flicking the shade down, creating depth and a gradient effect. I'm just going to continue to do this on both sides. Now jumping in with that black shade once again, I'm going to go ahead and start to do my nose. Totally forgot I was recording here, as you can tell, because I'm blocking you. And I'm like, oh shit. My bad. So I'm going to go ahead and show you exactly what I did, which I went under my nose, and then I went from the top and connected that to the bottom part. I'm just gonna create like that little crooked M that you see on the nose. Like one's gonna be a little bit higher, and I'm just basically carving it out with the black versus with the white, because I feel like it's a lot more easier for me to do my nose and really mess up that much on the nose. So I'm gonna go ahead and just carve it out however you want. It doesn't have to be perfect. You know, even if it's a little crooked, it might give it some type of like little effect. So just try to give it your own touch. I'm basically just shading everything in and applying more paint as I go. I'm just leaving this whole process so you see how I did it. I'm going to go ahead and use this Maybelline liquid lip liner, or liquid lipstick, better said. And as you can see here, it looks a little bit more violet. So I went ahead and used it just to outline my lips. It looks a little wacky. Like, what the hell? It looks purple. But it actually worked out pretty good because I went ahead and used my Inglot eyeliner. This is in the shade 67. It's a beautiful Dodger blue. I'm loving it, baby. Dodgers! And I'm using this nice little angle flat brush just to apply it all up on my lips. Guys, this shade is so bomb, and this eyeliner is so fire. Dude, like these eyeliners, I just love them. I have a few colors now. I've been loving Inglot for so long, and like I don't even know how I do it without Inglot, because I literally use their eyeliner to do my inner corner wing all the time. It's my go-to. It's my baby. But this blue shade did it for me, you guys. So I'm also gonna apply that on my cheekbones. I love the touch it gave my lips, so I was like, you know what, I want to go ahead and create a little bit of that blue shade on my cheekbones as well, just so it pops more. And let me tell you, I'm so glad I did that because it gave it the perfect touch. loving it. So I'm going to do the same thing to the other side. Jumping into my Makeup Revolution palette, once again, I'm using this blue shade, and I'm just going to apply that a little bit on my nose just to give it that nice sheen, like blue-black feel. You see how like it's black, but it's giving it a little bit of that shine? I'm loving it. So I'm just going to apply a little bit. I'm not really going to like saturate my nose all up in it. So now I'm going to go ahead and use the same shade and just blend downwards on that blue. So it could look, you know, just nice and gradient versus just plastered on your face. I'm going to use a nice blending brush and just blend everything out. Blend everything together until you reach your desired, you know, look, whatever you want, your desired intensity. Just be creative. It's whatever you want, you know. It doesn't have to be perfect. It doesn't have to look the same. Now I'm going to go ahead and add a little bit of black on the inside of my lips. That's just going to give it the perfect touch as well. It's all the little details. Like I said on the gram, guys, this look was so unexpected, but it was so much fun. I'm going to use my Miss Pink USA eyeliner pen, and I'm going to go ahead and draw the lines on the side of my mouth. At this point, I wasn't even sure if I was going to do my lips, which I shouldn't have. To be honest, when I finished, I was like, man, I should have just left it right here, like the sides. But I wanted to go ahead and do my lips because I felt like it was going to stand out with the black. And it did, but I didn't like this eyeliner for my lip part. Like, I like using a like a liquid eyeliner. So you're going to see me change to my Italia Deluxe eyeliner in a bit because I just couldn't do it anymore with this one. I've been giving these eyeliners a chance. I've been getting a lot of like eyeliner pens. My favorite ones are the ones from Miss Pink, the ones that have the adhesive in it, like the clear one and the black one. But if I'm not going to use it as an adhesive, then I'm all about my liquid eyeliner. There's so much construction going on right now, guys. I'm sorry if you guys get that bounce back sound. I'm going to go ahead and get a nice flat brush, the angled one, and I'm just going to smear the shade a little bit, like just kind of blending out the eyeliner. It's going to look a little bit messy, but that's kind of what I'm going for, just to give it a little bit of more realism, because I felt like the black was just so perfect and just plastered on there. And that's not what I wanted. I wanted it to look like imperfect. And then now I'm just doing just some little designs. I didn't have any idea what I wanted to do, but I just started doing little designs on my face. So you can randomly just put any designs that you want. I was just putting these little swirls. I did some dots like within the swirls. Then I did like a cross. So it was just whatever popped into my mind at the moment, to be honest with you. You can see I was a little confused right there. I was like, what do I want to put? And of course you can do these bigger, smaller, whatever you want. I feel like this cross gave it a really nice touch. I popped on some lashes. I threw on this rose in my hair just to give it a nice little pop. I really hope you guys enjoyed this look, guys. I had so much fun doing it. It was so random. If you did, please give it a big thumbs up. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Until next time, bye.